Void Mage Gamer is now partnered with Flipside Gaming, so you can use the promo code on their website, all caps Void Mage, to get 10% off all orders $10 or more. It's a great way that you can support both Flipside Gaming and Void Mage Gamer's channel. Also, until October 7th, all orders that use the promo code will be automatically entered to win a booster box of Guilds of Ravnica. Entries are limited one per person just to keep things fair, so be sure to check that out. Hello guys, what's happening? Oh my gosh, this set Guilds of Ravnica is honestly just adding on to the reasons why Ravnica as a plane is the best one in Magic the Gathering. I've said this before this set came out, before any of the spoilers, but after the fact, just the flavor, the synergy between the guilds, everything, just the effort they seem to put into Ravnica as a plane, it really shows, it really gives me hope. Even when they have so many issues when it comes to the Mythic Edition, when it comes to their other decisions as far as products go, Ravnica seems to be just a decent place where they can recover, get people interested in the game again. I've heard so many people say that they got back into the game around Return to Ravnica, which is a good place because that's kind of around where I started to play. And Return to Ravnica as a set just seemed very well balanced, and there wasn't anything that was too broken about that set. You just had a lot of good synergies. You had 5 guilds introduced at the time that weren't really overpowered, which is kind of like what we have here. I mean, with Guilds of Ravnica, you have 5 guilds yet again. You have Dimir, which is arguably one of the more powerful guilds, or one of the more desirable guilds. With the keyword Surveil, you have a mechanic that is basically like a better scry, and you have things that you can do to synergize with it, such as playing Golgari. So if you wanted to play Sultai, you could get benefits off of the Golgari keyword Undergrowth, so you could dump a ton of creatures into your graveyard, and Golgari wants nothing more than to do just that. So you get all the benefit in the world, you get a ton of good card draw, you get top deck fixing, which in control, that's all you really want to. You don't want to draw into any lands, any dead cards. You want nothing but counter spells and removal. That is perfect for blue-black. That's pretty much all you're going to be doing anyway. You're going to throw out a good creature, probably a good flyer that is also going to synergize well with the Surveil keyword. It's just insane. If there's anything that I would have to complain about this set, is the fact that Celestia didn't get a unique keyword this time. It just got Convoke, which has been around since the original Ravnica set. Nothing unique there. I mean, it's a pretty powerful keyword, don't get me wrong, but when you have all the other guilds getting brand new keywords, it would have been nice if they stayed consistent when it came to Celestia. Something brand new, maybe something to do with tokens or life gain. What you would expect out of Celestia, that would have been nice. But the keywords that we do get are pretty powerful. Jumpstart gives you some good consistency late game if you have some card draw you want to get some more use out of. All you have to do is pay the original cost of that card, discard something in addition to it. It's kind of like Retrace, but pretty much just a one-time use. And that was the Is It keyword. Surveil, again, being very powerful. I would say in Limited, you kind of had a tie between Is It and Dimir just on consistency and power, not just with the keywords, but just very good value creatures within blue. But even if you didn't play anything within those colors, you still had some very good value out of Boros and Celestia, or even Golgari. I mean, you had a lot of value, which is kind of why a lot of people like Ravnica as a set. Everything's spread evenly, or at least close to evenly. Nothing seems to be too overpowered. Even if Surveil, given the right combination, can be extremely dominant, Convoking the right thing can be very dominant as well. And Undergrowth as a mechanic can seem to be pretty powerful too. Usually, though, I have seen Surveil in combination with Undergrowth just to get some more power into your graveyard, just to get some more creatures with some insane Undergrowth abilities. That's just really what I saw in Limited so far. That 1-2 punch of those two keywords doesn't really hurt. That Sultai is a pretty good 3-color combination already. Giving yourself 2 keywords that interact really well with each other doesn't hurt. But yeah, for the most part, when I saw people play decks in Limited, it was usually 2 colors. Very rarely did I see people play 3 colors. If I did, it was kind of within those Sultai, Abzan even, anything that really meshed well with with 2-color combinations. But if you were playing Boros, you were probably going to stay within Boros just to keep it aggro, playing your 1-drops, even though we did have some decent mana fixing in the form of the lockets, which are kind of like this Ravnica block's version of the clue stones and the signets. It just didn't seem like it was enough to warrant playing more than 2 colors. If you were in 2 colors and you had enough synergy, enough support within those 2 colors, you were probably better off just sticking to those 2 colors. Why splash a 3rd color if you risk running out of plays, if you risk not being able to play anything at all, which more often than not in limited, once you go into 3 colors, it can be pretty risky. So unless you have anything like a Birds of Paradise or anything that can tap for 1 mana of any color, you might be screwed. There was a Chromatic Lantern in this set, not a very common card, not something that people are going to be relying on in limited, so you're likely going to stick to 2 colors, but that's fine. This is a set that is all about 2-color combinations. It's all about synergies within 2 colors, which most of the time, if you're going to be playing limited, you're not going to be playing monocolored. You're probably going to be playing 2-colored anyway. Ravnica just seems like the perfect set for just about every single format though, whether it is limited, standard, modern. There's a ton of cards that are going to see play around Magic the Gathering, and like Return to Ravnica, like that entire block, it seems like this one is going to set itself up perfectly for Commander. So if you're one of the people following me and you're just absolutely into Commander more than anything else, don't be worried, because this set is filled with a ton of good cards for Commander. You have a ton of good value, and none of it's super expensive, not even the mythics or legendary creatures. It seems like you have a lot of good cards in here that just sort of do something better than already established cards. Like you have a better Fleshbag Marauder, you have a better Return to Dust. Stay tuned for a lot of videos where I talk about those cards in depth. I'm going to be going over some budget cards. I'm going to be going over some cards that people may have overlooked, not just in the mythic slot or the rare slot, but good common and uncommon cards. There's a ton of value in here because synergy wise, 2-color combinations, it's just insane. It also has to do with the fact that as far as favorite planes go, there's no doubt in my mind that so many people hold Ravnica dear to their heart. This is the 3rd time that we've been here now, so there's no doubt in my mind whether you were introduced to this game from the original Ravnica set or the Return to Ravnica block, there are characters, there are guilds that you absolutely fell in love with, and they're more memorable than even the 3-color combinations like we had from Alara, we had from Tarkir. There's a coherence when it comes to the identity of what these colors are supposed to do, whereas with 3 colors, if you look at something like Esper, you could confuse it with control or artifacts. It can be kind of ambiguous, but with Golgari, you know there's almost always going to be some synergy with the graveyard. With Izzet, there's almost always going to be some sort of control theme. There's no confusing these guilds and what they're supposed to do. It's just amazing. I mean, the flavor with this set seems to be unmatched, and I think honestly, if you want Magic the Gathering to make some sort of comeback, you need a set like this, something that everybody can be on board with. I've always been a fan of Ravnica as a plane, so them returning to it, even if it is for the 3rd time, you could return to it for 2 more times, 3 more times, I would still love it all the same. I have my own favorite guilds. I love Orzhov, I love Rakdos, but again, just with pre-release, you have so much fun because not everybody's going to be playing with the same guild. You have a certain advantage right out of the gate. If you pick a certain pre-release box, you get certain promos that are going to be skewed towards that certain color combination. It's perfect. I mean, the experience altogether, it's very unique and it seems to be unrivaled. Even though Dominaria is the home plane for a lot of people, that's where it all started, it just doesn't really seem to have that kind of luster that Ravnica as a set does. I mean, you have some of the best artwork, I would say, as far as lands go, come from Ravnica. That's really amazing. You have the guild gates, you have the shock lands, you have even the basic lands are just amazing. So much detail and effort that are put into the individual basic lands. It's just crazy. I would even go as far as to say that Ravnica is a better plane or a more iconic plane than Dominaria. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to let you know what my opinions are of this set. It hasn't been officially released yet, still pre-release week. So let me know what you guys think of it, if you attended pre-release or if you're going to be attending draft, what your hopes are, expectations are for the set, what your opinions are of it so far. I'm absolutely in love with it. I think Guilds of Ravnica is an absolute hit. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Void here signing off. See you all next video.